University. If you are still doing some finishing processes for completing your application, that's absolutely okay. I'm just going to walk you through whatever it is that you need to do at Higher School of Economics and at the partner university when you arrive, and what are your actions when you finish your mobility program and come back at HSE University. So I am going to start with the demonstration. Okay, please let me know if you can see the page. Okay, great. So yes. This is our main page of the International Office, and this is probably where you should browse all documents, all necessary information regarding your next steps. And what we're going to do first, we're going to the section before mobility. So for those of you who have not received any emails from the partner university, please be patient. That is completely okay, because some universities have late deadlines. Some universities will send you an email around the end of May or the beginning of June. This is fine. If you're being worried, please check your email box, check the spam folder, make sure that you haven't missed your email. And if maybe at the beginning of June or in the middle of June there's still nothing, please contact us and we will then contact the partner university and ask what the problem might be. So if you already received an email, you saw that there are instructions. In this welcome email, you have an application link. So this is your online portal where you have to upload all of the necessary documents. So if you have not started your application yet, please make sure that you have requested your transcript of records from the study office of your program. Make sure that you have maybe a nomination letter from the international office if you need this document. Check everything. Check that you have uploaded your foreign passport. Check the dates in your passport, because some of you have already told us that your passport is about to expire. And in this case, just make sure that you apply for the renewal as soon as possible, because time flies. It flies really, really fast, and September, you will just not notice how soon it's time to go to your mobility program. So please don't just don't put it away for a long time. Now, when you have registered, when you have completed your application, there are a few next steps. So as you can see, this is course registration. So there are two things that are very, very important here. The first and foremost, the courses that you're going to choose, they must be accepted by the study office of your program here at HSE University. That means that if you already started preparing your individual study plan, if you started preparing the table and checked the courses at the partner university and HSE University, you must make sure that you send this study plan to your manager or academic, the academic advisor, the head of the department of the study office, so that this is approved, and only then you can choose the courses at the partner university. In that way, we as international office can make sure that there will be no problem with the courses at a later stage, and that's how we manage all of the internal documentation regarding sending you officially to the mobility program. If you have any questions regarding the courses, if you don't know where to find the course list at the partner university, if you don't know where to find courses for your HSC syllabus, you can always email us or you can book a Zoom meeting. We will tell you where to find it. But if you have this question, if you're not sure, please contact us as soon as possible. When this process is done, and another thing is, in some Asian universities, the course registration happens at a particular period. It's almost like a shopping cart where you have to put all of your courses at a specific time, and the sooner you do it, the better. So again, like I said before, make sure that after you completed your application, you have to check your email every single day and make sure if there is a letter from the partner university to read it very carefully, because they might set the deadlines for any other processes. You must not miss those deadlines, otherwise you will risk not receiving a letter of acceptance. Basically, when this process is finished, the last step is to wait for the letter of acceptance. It may be called differently. It may be called a letter of admission, an acceptance letter, the letter of acceptance. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that this is an official documentation which you will take to the embassy. This is your proof that you're going to study at a foreign university abroad, and this is why you need a student or a national visa. So in this letter, you will see your name. Please check that your name is not misspelled. Check the dates of the semester, when it starts and when it ends, and then check that there is a signature and a stamp of the partner university. If some of these things are wrong, incorrect, or missing, you have to contact your coordinator or us, and then we will see what we can do, because otherwise there might be a problem at the embassy and they might not give you a visa, just to avoid the risks of rejection. Okay, so when this is done, you have received your acceptance letter. This is not over yet, so you have to do a few things here at HSC University so that you will be officially sent in our electronic system to the mobility program, because otherwise we will consider that you're missing your classes and there will be problems with your attendance. So you will need to approve your individual study plan. The best thing is to do it as soon as possible, but we need this document at least in July, 1 month before your mobility program. If you're studying in September, if your semester starts in September, we will need it in July. If you are starting in October, so we will need it 1 month in advance. So basically, make sure that you are in contact with your manager, with your study office, because normally this takes quite some time. So it will take you about 2, 3, 4 weeks to approve the table with the study office. Then you will need to download the documents from our website. So before departure, there is a request to the rector and there is a consent form for the exchange program. I will try to open the document. Do you still see the website? Okay, just a second.
Not yet. I can't see it yet.
Do you see the file? Yeah. Okay, so I will start with this. This is a student consent form for outgoing academic mobility. So read it carefully. You will have to fill in all the missing gaps. So you put in your full name, then here, passport number. So for Russian students, you need to use your Russian passport number. For foreign students, you use your national passport number. Here you basically put your address, your contacts, your phone number, and this one here, the term of mobility. You can find the dates either in acceptance letter or in academic calendar of the partner university. So if you start the mobility on 1st of September, you may put in maybe 20th of August or something like that, because there might be an orientation session. You might want to come before that date just to settle in, so you can put a few days beforehand and a few days past your semester. It's up to you really, or you can put the official dates as in acceptance letter. Name of the mobility program. This is a pretty tricky question, but basically we ask our students to write either an exchange program or a long-term exchange program. But if you have any questions, you can email us and we will tell you the correct term. The address of the host institution, the name of the host institution, so this is the university where you were nominated to, and then you put the contacts of the coordinator here at HSE University. That will be me. My name is Alina Evtiva. You can find me on the website of the international office. Again, if you're not sure what name to put in here, position, email address, and telephone contact, you can email this question to us and we will respond. Well, basically, we also ask you to put in relationship contact as well. So this is your family member, and if something happens, if there is a difficult situation, we may not contact you, you're not responding to our emails or phone calls, we will contact the person who you indicated in here. And this is very important for us as well. When you're on the mobility program, we really want you to stay in touch with us, because we need to know where you are, how you're doing, and we will most likely contact you for some reasons. We may ask you for a video or for a report or for a picture, or basically just ask you to update us regarding your status, whether you finished your mobility or not, what's the situation with your transcript and things like that. So please make sure that if you see an email from us or a text message or a phone call, please respond. It will take no longer than 5 minutes, but we will just know where you are and what is going on. So you need to sign this consent form and put in the date, and that's it pretty much. This last page here is a confirmation of attendance, but I will get back to this form a little bit later. So for now, we can just ignore this. Okay, so the request is pretty much the same document. So again, just download it, and if you have any questions, you can always email them to us. The next point is, well, what you're doing right now, attend an orientation session. So we will skip through that. And then preparations for departure. So a lot of you probably started to preparing documents for your visa. Now, unfortunately, we may not help you with collecting the documents and advise you much on that. But what we recommend is, first of all, contact the embassy or the consulate website. All updated information is there. So if you don't know what type of visa you need, if you're not sure what documents you need, your first point of contact would be the embassy. Secondly, you need to check the expiry date of your passport. And like I said, if it's going to expire really soon, so you will need to renew it. And then what we also recommend is to arrange your appointment beforehand. We had a few cases when one of our students was applying to the university in Germany, and she was supposed to start around October, the beginning of October. But when she was trying to arrange an appointment with the German embassy, and it was COVID, and it was really, really difficult to book an appointment. So she only managed to find a date for November. And she basically was studying online for a whole month because she just couldn't get an appointment. So we really, really, really advise you to start already checking the documents, the time of the appointments, see the dates. Maybe there are already dates for July, or do it in a few weeks. Just check it regularly. We're not saying that if you don't have a letter of acceptance, you must just run and do all of these things, but we're trying to make sure that you understand that this is a very long process. So just be ready that things might not happen the way you want. Sometimes the embassy requires extra documents. One of them may be an agreement, a student exchange agreement between the universities. This document you may obtain from us, from the international office. You just need to tell us which university you're going to, and then we will email you the copy of the agreement. Normally, you will require a student visa type D or a national visa. So because the period of stay is longer than 90 days, this is the reason why you're not getting a visa for different purposes. So your purpose is education, studies at a foreign university. Some of the universities give you a scholarship or a grant. Some of you will probably receive a scholarship here at Graduate School of Business, and sometimes embassy may ask you when you're proving your funds to show that you have enough funding. So if you need a letter, an official letter stating that you will receive a scholarship, you can also email us and we will provide this letter to you. Okay, if you have any questions about the visa, drop them in the chat box, and at the end of the session, we will respond. Then I'm moving on to accommodation. Some of you have already started looking for accommodation, and here it is important to find out if your university provides you with a student residence in a dormitory, if there's any student services that help you find an apartment, or maybe they have an off-campus accommodation. So here we advise you to check the fact sheet of the university, check the website, check with your coordinator. They might advise you on your choices. Some of you have probably seen that not all universities offer you accommodation. So you may use different websites. You may try and book the hotel for the first 2 weeks and then look for an apartment. You may try and use Airbnb. So this is really up to you. Just make sure that you have also checked the quarantine measures, the COVID measures, so that it's not the case that you arrive and then you have to stay for 2 weeks somewhere and you don't know where it is. We had a case in South Korea. The university offered very specific timelines for arriving and checking in the dormitory room, and the flights, the Aeroflot flights were not very flexible, so the students couldn't get there on time, and no matter how they asked the coordinator to arrive later and check in, they just declined their request. So we really advise you to have a few backup alternatives just in case. You may contact students who already finished their mobility program. You may ask where they decided to rent an apartment or how they came up with the booking in the dormitory room. And again, if you have an email from the partner university, which is stating that next week the booking is open, please book as soon as possible. There are so many foreign students that it will be maybe a few days and then all of the spots will be taken. So just think through, read information on the website. Again, if you have any questions here, email them to us. The next thing is flight tickets. We recommend you to buy refundable airline tickets because now, as you can see, the situation it is not very solid and the flights are being canceled. So some of you might be in a situation when your flight is canceled and you will not get your money back. So think how you're going to travel from the place where you are right now to your partner university. Is there a possibility to travel through a different country maybe? Is there a direct flight? Just check whatever options you have. Check the official websites of the borders and see what is the situation like with COVID. If that is the case, that the situation will get worse, it is possible to cancel your mobility program. It is absolutely okay, so you don't have to worry. Some of the universities will also offer you online education. If you're feeling that you may not go, if you're feeling that the whole situation with COVID is not, it doesn't feel too comforting, so email us and we will see what we can do in this situation. If you're ready to study online, we may offer that. If you would like to cancel your exchange program, we will notify the coordinator. So all options are possible and you don't need to worry about that. The next step is insurance. You will need to buy the one that covers the whole period of stay in the host country. The information is available at the website of the partner university, or the coordinator may email you the brochures and pamphlets, and they normally advise you what kind of insurance you need to get. In Asian countries, this is more strict. In European countries, you may ask what options you have as an international student, and if there are no restrictions, you just browse on the website whatever insurance suits you the best. probably take a look at something that will cover medical expenses due to COVID or things like that. So you are pretty much, you have a lot of options here. So unless there are specific requirements by the partner university, you may obtain any insurance as long as it covers the whole period of stay in the host country. Well, when you've finished with all of these things, so you may start packing, and here we prepared a couple of checklists for you. So you may consult with this PDF file. It's a timeline for you, and well, basically you can print it and follow if you're on the track of things. And I guess if you're not sure what to do next, you can always go on our website and see if there is anything else that you forgot to do. All right, now what is going to happen when you arrive to your host country, when you arrive to the partner university? We go from the main page to the page during mobility. And now here we would like to ask you, when you arrive within the first 10 days, please go to the international office or email them the form. It's called Certificate of Attendance. This is our official form of the Graduate School of Business. This is basically a confirmation that you arrived at the partner university. So you will need to fill in two parts here. When you arrive, you fill in part A. You will need to put the date of arrival, and then you just bring the form to the coordinator of the partner university, and then they just sign and stamp the form. When you leave the country, when you finish your mobility program, you will need to do the same, but fill in part B. So this is your date of departure. This form must be sent to us, to the international office. This is how we track that you are in the host country at the host university. And those of you who receive a scholarship, this is a document on the basis of which we do those payments of the scholarship. Okay, then sometimes it happens that the first few weeks you see your timetable and you see that there have been changes in the course selection, that some of the courses are not on the schedule, or, well, things happen. So you have about 3 weeks at the start of your mobility to make changes in your individual study plan. So this is completely okay as long as you will notify your study office that you were studying at this university and the course has been changed. So you will need to change your individual study plan, and then they will just sign updated documents, and you may continue with your mobility program. Basically then, you start your lectures, you start your seminars, and at this point, we just want you to immerse in the culture and in the atmosphere. But please remember that you are ambassadors of the Higher School of Economics, and whenever you have a chance to participate in an event, in a meeting where you might represent your university, please do so. Take pictures, maybe take a few notes of what it's like, and just enjoy your experience. Normally, 1 month before the end of your mobility, we will send you official emails on the procedures. So you can open the page completion of mobility. Like I said before, you will need to sign the form, the departure form, this part B, in the international office of your partner university. Then you send this form to us, to the international office at HSC, and this is the most important thing at the end of your mobility. You need to submit your transcript of records. Transcript of records is an official document where all of your grades are indicated and ECTS credits as well. So based on this document, your study office will do the transfer of the credits, and this is how you will receive your grades for the courses that you have chosen. At the end of your mobility, these courses will be in your diploma. They will be, I'm not quite sure where exactly, but they will be written in your diploma, and it will indicate that you have completed this course at the partner university. Sometimes it is best if you ask your coordinator at the partner university how you can receive this document. Some of you will have to download the transcript from your online dashboard or platform, whatever it is that the partner university is using. It's like an LMS or a Moodle. Sometimes the partner university will post the transcript to us in Moscow, and then you may just collect it at our office. Sometimes they will just email the transcript. So whatever it is, you may just ask beforehand, so that you will receive this document and won't have any problems. And the last thing, we ask you to send us a short report. This is a text where you write your experience and add a few pictures. And at this point, you're telling what was different in the partner university, what you've learned, what were the professors like, what was the city like, what was the country like, maybe something about people, whatever it is that you gained insights on, and well, whatever it is, we will be just happy to read it. And then we post this on our website, and new students who will only start looking for exchange programs will have a chance to have a look at the partner university and the host country. So they will get an idea of what it's like to study there. Well, I think this is pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I will give you a minute to think and drop any questions that you have in the chat box. And then in a few minutes, I will pass the word to my colleagues, and we will tell you about a project. Yes, one of our projects. I have a few questions from you guys in the chat box. So the first question is, when will be the results announced of the scholarship? The results will be announced either by the end of this week or at the beginning of June. We're just waiting for the committee to come back to us with the final results, and then we will email you the final decision and the amount of the scholarship. The question from Juliet: for me, my partner university is Laval University, Canada. I was told that the exchange program is basically online. Do I still need to obtain a visa? No, you don't need to obtain a visa, because on an online program, you may do an online program from wherever you are. So you will gain access to their online portal, and you will be able to watch all of the lectures, participate in all of the projects. You're just doing it all online. So you're not physically present in Canada. The next question, again, about the scholarships. Well, like I said, they will be announced soon. We will email them. How to, what is the correct way to do a study plan? Here, I advise you to go on the webpage. It's in prospective students. It's, okay, let me see. Step 6, prepare a preliminary study plan. You click on the link, and this is a step-by-step guide for you how to do a study plan. Please check this website, and if afterwards you will have questions, book a Zoom meeting with us and we will tell you more. The next question. Okay, so regarding the individual study plan, the head of the study program approved your table of courses as the study office. Is this an individual study plan or a different document? The correspondence table of the courses is basically your draft of an individual study plan, and an individual study plan as an official document is issued by the manager of the study office. So you will receive a PDF file. It will say individual study plan, your full name, the name of your study program, and then it will have a description of all the courses, and it will say where you're studying them: HSC University, Coursera, Partner University, the number of credits, hours, and things like that. And then at the bottom, you will see the place for a signature. So the manager, the head of the office, and a student will need to sign this. So that will be your official individual study plan. Okay, I don't see any more questions here. The question regarding the deadline of approving an individual study plan from international office. Okay, so guys, I understand that it is very difficult for some of you to do it right now, because like you said, some of the partner universities have not only they haven't uploaded their plans yet on the website. So we understand. If that is the case, your final deadline is around the end of July, probably, I would say. So until then, you still have time, but this is like, that's it. We cannot wait any longer, because we will need to start the process in the electronic system. Otherwise, you know, you will be expelled. So, but for now, it's okay. We can wait. Okay, do you have any more questions? What is the deadline for sending a request for the rector's name? That depends on the start of your mobility program. You download your acceptance letter, or you receive it by email. You open the acceptance letter and see what is the first date of the start of the semester. Then count back 1 month, and this is your deadline. So for example, if you start the semester on the 1st of September, you will need to send all of these documents to us and the study office on 1st of August. This is your deadline, 1 month in advance. Okay, great. No more questions. Juliet is asking, is the travel expenses, visa, flight ticket, and accommodation taken care of by the partner university or by the student? In the exchange program, the tuition fees are waived, but the student pays for all other expenses. Visa, flight tickets, accommodation, everything else, the student pays by himself. Sometimes you may get the discounts, sometimes you may receive a scholarship, but unfortunately, no, the partner university is not paying for that. The next question, are there any scholarships except for HSE? This is a very good question, actually. Well, what we can advise you here is to browse the websites of the national grants. So probably the first website you should see is the website of your partner university. Some of them give information regarding the available scholarships. There are some Telegram channels with the scholarships and grants around the world. You may try your chances and apply there. Unfortunately, this is not something the international office does, so we do not really help out with the outside grants. Again, you may find information on the website or ask the coordinator of the partner university. Sometimes there are some governmental scholarships or national scholarships, things like that. The next question, generally, is exchange program compulsory for all students? That depends what study program you're pursuing. So as far as I know, if you're a student of Master International Management, yes, an exchange program is in your course syllabus. So this is something that is a part of your program and compulsory. Okay. I suppose we can finish here. If you think of anything else, we can come back. Okay.
So, hi guys, can you hear me? This year we're starting a project. Sorry, the presentation actually is in Russian, but I'll try to figure out how to actually still deal with it. So, we are starting a project. It's a photo contest, a contest in photography that is called Once in a Lifetime. And you are the first group that is getting involved in such a contest. I congratulate you both on becoming part of the mobility program this year and on being part of the contest. So, what are we planning? You will be involved, and you will be, as I said, the first group to be involved in this contest. The time for the contest is September 2021 to February 2022. That is, some of you are coming back from their terms abroad only in February, so the end of the contest and the finale will be at the beginning of the spring term. What does it involve? First of all, some master classes with workshops with professional photographer, where you will be explained how actually you can make great pictures either with a professional camera or with the camera that you have on your phones, on your mobile phones. There will be 4 categories and 5 nominations for the prizes, for the awards. So what are those categories in which you will be nominated? The first one is globetrotting, because you will be visiting different countries, and I would like to see you in different countries. That is in front of the Eiffel Tower or the London Eye and so on. The second is partner universities. We would like to see you on the premises of partner universities, in front of the buildings, so that they could be recognizable. In class, which is like pictures where we would see you, defending some projects or making a presentation. I mean, something interesting, something challenging. And finally, of course, like having fun. That's what you're going to do as well, right? So I would like you to send in pictures that and to run for the award, sending pictures where you're having fun and just relaxing. Like I said, there will be 4 categories, so you will be making pictures. I mean, love you to make pictures in those 4 categories. Every category will be awarded, but there will also be the 5th nomination of kudos, because we are planning to run this contest on networking sites. That is, and before I go into that, just some pictures so that you would have the idea of what it looks like, right? As you see here, you have of our mobility students in Spain, in Austria, studying and skiing and just spending time together. So something like that, basically. And like I said, there will be a contest on the Instagram with hashtag GSB Boundless, where B blends together and have GS Boundless. Like I said, there will be an award ceremony in February, where the winners will be graded and will get the prizes, some awards. And the greatest prize, which is very, very important, is your chance to see your pictures with hopefully you on those pictures on the walls of the co-working spaces at the Graduate School of Business. That is basically here. And so you will become part of the school history. We really hope that you will be part of it. We'll inform you about the of the workshops, about the dates for the workshops, and when actually the signing up for the workshops will start, so that you could learn something new, and you would know also about the specific requirements for the participants of the contest. We hope that you're all very talented. I mean, we know that. And we'll be really looking forward to, you know, getting pictures, great pictures and great photos from you. And so that, you know, if you have any questions, any requests, or you want just to share something with us, here is access to the Telegram channel that we use as a chat room, where everybody can share some ideas and ask some questions. That's not only about the contest, that's basically for the whole group of Mobility Students 2021, because we're a community and we want to stay as a community. We want us, all of us, to be, you know, together during this term. For you, the term abroad; for us, a term where we'll be communicating with you and hearing great news from you. So that's about it. If you have any questions about it, I'll be happy to answer them again through the chat. So, any questions? Guys? We'll let you know. We'll inform you of the dates for the workshops. Any more questions? So I guess if there are no more questions about either the at the end of March. Okay, we'll have that in mind. And that's actually why we put the finale at such a late date. So yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely okay to participate. We'll figure out what to do about it. Either we'll see how many of our students are coming back in March. And so either we'll just, you know, put off the dates of the finale, or otherwise you can, you know, take part in it online, because anyway, you will be able to send us the pictures, but we'll just, you know, I mean, for us, the whole thing is very important. Yep. Mm-hmm. So for us, it's important that you enjoy it. Okay, any more questions to me or to Alena? Then I guess that would be about it, right?
Okay, guys, just wanted to show you one last thing. Okay. So we have contacted some of our students who were on exchange in the fall semester 2020. They told us about their amazing project. Unfortunately, they're not with us today, but they were present in on-campus orientation session last week. So they asked us to show a presentation, and what it is basically, this is a mobility platform, an online platform for the students who are going for an exchange program, and they can exchange their experiences with the students who already been in a mobility program. So you can see that those three guys in the pictures are the founders of this platform. They have developed it. They put a lot of effort into it. So we are really interested in their project, and we would like to ask you to maybe register on this platform and share your experience as well. This is mostly like a social network where you could put your profile. You can write down the country, the partner university where you studied, details about insurance, about visa, about accommodation, where you lived, which maybe websites, apps you used to figure out all these things. And then what is great about this platform, you can find another student who is going to the same partner university, or who already went to this partner university, or who studied in the same country. So you can just open their profile and see what they wrote, see their contacts. There's going to be email, Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram, so anything that you would like to use, you can contact the students. So this is pretty amazing, and this is like not only a service, not only information, this is also, well, you could say student support. This is like a peer support from you guys to each other. And with this platform, you will just have a chance to avoid the mistakes. You will have a chance to know about the stepping stones, and so your exchange program will be much more comfortable. So in order to register on that platform, they should have, yeah, here it is. This is the QR code. So if you can, please scan the code and register. You will really help out our students. You will really have a contribution into your exchange program, even though you're not there yet. So please do so. After the end of this webinar, we will send you the materials. We will send you the links for the websites and the recording, the link for the recording. So if you registered for this meeting, we will email it to the address that you used in the registration form. Okay. So do you have any questions? Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, then I would just like to encourage you. I would like to say that you're about to have one of the most amazing experiences in your life. So get ready, send us the pictures. We'll be very happy to stay in touch with you. And again, if you need any help from us, this is why we're here. So we're here for you. This is all from me. So that is the end of our session. Thank you very much for coming, and we will see you some other time for another session.